Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Budgets with Elma, and on my channel, I am a zero-based budgeter, a cash stuffer, and I try to reach financial freedom for me and my family of 5. As you can see on my desk, I have 2 binders that I want to cash stuff in today's video, and these 2 are key ones that I need to do to reach my end-of-year goal. One of the goals I have is to, of course, build my emergency fund, and I'm using this cute yellow binder to achieve that. And then I have this binder here to do my month ahead. I do want to get 1 month ahead on fixed expenses, the key ones that I need to have to make sure that I can do my 4 walls. And if you know anything about Dave Ramsey, that is the key expenses you have to keep things running. And so I am using this for that purpose. So before I do anything, I want to first say thank you for watching my video. Thank you for clicking. And if you're returning, welcome back. If this is the first time you are seeing my video, I hope you like what I do here. And if you do, remember to subscribe. And I want you to let me know in the comments below, what are the key goals you have for this year? Put at least 3 of your top goals, or if you have one, share that with me. I want to know how much you are saving for your emergency fund. And what are you using to do that? And also, if you are doing this year 1 month ahead of savings or 3 to 6 months of savings, what is that goal amount that you would like to achieve and how is it going? All right. So for me, typically when I do this, I want to always come in here with $100 to cash stuff my bills binder. And the way I do both of these is when I do any minis, tinies, or any large challenges in the month previous, when I total everything and I decide to reallocate, these are the long-term challenges that I go to cash stuff, those final amounts. Okay. And that is what we're doing. I will be cash stuffing a total of 316, or not 16, guys. I meant to say $318 in these 2 binders you see here. And that is the full amount of what I actually saved in the month of June. So this is a reallocation video. So in order for me to achieve baby step number 1 of my emergency fund, again, you choose whatever amount you would like to do. Dave Ramsey recommend at least having that 1K if some kind of crazy emergency happens, and believe it, life will happen. Okay. Yes, it's a small amount, but you choose that amount, but that is the base amount that he recommends. All right. Yes, life is crazy and that is not enough, but I usually save that every year to put it on the side if something big happens and it's an emergency. So the way I'm going to achieve that is this one here for baby step number 1. For baby step number 3, which is your 3 to 6 month emergency, not emergency, month ahead, I am using this one here to achieve that. But I'm first starting with 1 month ahead. Once I fully fund the month ahead savings, I'll put that in the bank for just in case something were to happen. I lose my job or I need to take medical leave to take care of my mom, because me and my siblings do take turns to do that on caring for her. So if I would need to do that, I would have this available for that month I would take off when putting medical leave, or if I need to take off for anything in general. So that will be for that. And then once I fully fund this one, I would then start it a second time. And with that one, I would actually use to get a month ahead on my expenses, already having it available and not worrying about the current paycheck I get to cover the current month bills. Okay, so that's that. So let's start off with this one here. And I'm going to move this off my desk for just a second. Let's go ahead and cash stuff this one here. This is my bills binder. I did purchase the actual binder from Amazon and decorate it the way you see it now. Okay. Now for me specifically, I am saving $3,050 to achieve my month ahead savings for the whole month. And what I did is for monthly, if I was cash stuffing it, I would come in with $255. If I came bi-weekly, I would pay $120 into the binder to reach that goal. And then if I was doing weekly, I only need $60 to hit each of the envelopes. And I am saving in increments of $5 doing the snowball method. Okay. And I did start it in September 2025. Okay. To achieve this, this is how many times I've already came in here to put money in. And since we're going to do the 9th time saving in here, I am now at 900 saved so far doing my month ahead. Okay. Again, keep in mind my key total to this is $3,050 is my goal. All right. So, and some of this is already in the bank, but let's see how it's going now. The categories I have in my fixed expenses, and I hope there's no glare. The actual cash envelopes are done by Livy Land. I will link her in the description below. I had her custom make these envelopes for me, and my categories are life insurance, internet, water and trash, cell phone, HOA fee, electric, car insurance, mortgage. Okay, these are the key ones, my mortgage being my biggest one. I have my envelopes from smallest bill to largest bill, which is why the mortgage is in the back. I also have these if you need them. All right, and they are in color, but I just happen to have them in black and white. I do have these month ahead fully funded dashboards that you would put in here when you fully fund a specific month ahead category, and I have it already here because I've completed that. I also have this when I put the money in the bank, and it is actually in the bank currently now, and then it would have this amount here. All right, and I have these in multiple patterns. They're free in my Coffee/Ko-Fi shop. So just to let you know, I am fully funded on life insurance, internet, water and trash, and cell phone. All of these are fully funded. I now have HOA fee, electric, car insurance, and mortgage to stuff. All right, and I am doing the snowball method, and this method I've seen Steph on a budget do it, and she saves in the increments of 3, but for me to make it evenly and easy to manage, I like to save them by 5s. Okay, and so that is what we're going to do. As I mentioned, I have 318 here on my desk, and I am going to do $100 to stuff. So I'm going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. As I told you, I like to come in here with $100. So out of the 318 that I've completed challenges in the month of June, I took out $100 to stuff this. All right, so let's go into doing that. So the $5 that would go into insurance, it's already fully funded, is right here. Okay. The $5 that would go into internet is right here. Since it's fully funded, it'll snowball into the next one. For water and trash, the $5 that would go into there is right here. And then for cell phone, that is also fully funded. The $5 would go in there. Okay, so the next category that needs to get cash stuff is the following, HOA. And I'm going to put all that money, snowballing all the 5s into here. But since I have some 10s, I'm just going to condense this. I hope you didn't get confused. So I have a total of 20 that will be going into HOA. But I'm going to just go ahead and take that and just put 2 10s to make it easier. Okay, so my envelopes won't be too full. And I'm just going to put this to the side to do just that. Okay. So here's the 2 10s, and I'm going to place it right here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now add 5 to electric, which means we had, again, guys, a total of 100, just to show you on the calculator. We just put 20 in this envelope here, which is HOA. We're left with 80. I put 5 for electric. Sorry, let me move this around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put 5 in car insurance, still doing the snowball method. And then for mortgage, I'm going to put a 5. Now, I came in here with a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to go back to the front. And I know for this specifically that I need a total of, I believe, a total of 30 to finish this one off. And we have 20. So what I did was I put 5 in each of the envelopes. I now still have money left over. Okay, let me just go ahead and minus that from the calculator so you can follow. So that's a total of 15. So I have 65 remaining. I know that this one only needs 10 more to fully fund it. So I'm going to grab just the 10 to finish that off. And this one has been fully funded. All right, I have 55 remaining. And since I have a little bit more, I'm going to continue to put each of 5. And then go back to the front. Go to electric, put another 5. Another 5 in car insurance. Another 5 in mortgage. And I'm going to put 10 in mortgage because it's 20 to fully fund one of the icons. And then we're going to go back here to electric and add, since I have, let's see how much I have left. Yes. Since I have $20 left, I'm going to add that extra 20. I mean, not 20, guys. Yes, 20 in my hand, but 10 to electric since I have a little bit more this time stuffing, and 10 in car insurance. All right. So now, just to show you, I needed 30 to fully fund this one. So let me color that in. And if you hear any noise in the background, that's just my pumpkin. Or it could be my mom, either one. All right, so let me grab a highlighter. I could tell they were at my desk because none of them are close by. Let me grab one, excuse me. There we go. It was way on the other side of my desk. All right. So this one specifically, I only needed 30 to fully fund it. All right. And I have 30 here. And that will take care of each of these. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And that will make me hit the 30 right here. Okay. So that means this whole thing has gotten fully funded. All right. I have 30 in the bank. And I'm going to show you what I have. So 30 in the bank. And so we have 100, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. And then I have 30 in the bank. And then 10 in here, which equals the 250, which is what I need to fully fund this one here. So this one has been fully funded. I'll actually leave it out because that will be, and I'm going to grab a fully funded. So I was able to fully fund, all right, my HOA completely. And I'll leave this here for now. We move to the next for electric. Electric, we are now adding in. Okay. We're now adding in 20, 25, okay, in here. So what I will do is I already have 10 in the bank. So that's 5, 10. And then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And we just added in 25. And that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, so now this has, let me just put it in order. Okay, so we have 20, 30, 40, 50, excuse me, let me put the calculator so you can see along with me. I now have 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, okay, 55 plus 10, That means 65 in my electric, and my goal is 250, saving by 5 increments. This cute dashboard is from the Faithful Dash, and I'm using it to track my month ahead savings. In this case, the electric. Oh, there we go. And then the next one is car insurance. Car insurance, I need the following, $250 as well, same thing. And we'll clear that up. We are adding a total of 25 as well. So we're going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I have the same amount as the other one. So we are all good. And again, 30 in the bank. And the cash is here, just to save us some time. All right. But these two have the same amount. The next one is the following. This one is my mortgage. Now for my mortgage, for the icons, I am saving $5 specifically in the other ones, but for this, I am saving 20 because this one is 1K savings. My mortgage is actually 2K plus, but I'm starting off with the first 1K. So we have $100 in the bank, which is the 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. And today we added one extra 20 in cash, which means we have 60 here, okay? So I'm going to add that in. So that means I have 160 in my month ahead savings, saving in increments of actually 20 each icon. Again, $100 in the bank. And I'll place it here. I was going to leave it out and put it away after off camera, but let me just go ahead and put it where it needs to go. All right, and that is that. In the back, like I said, I have my month ahead fully funded, and then I have more of these in here. I also have these from Hey K Budgets. Whenever I may need to start my mortgage one with the next 1K, I'll have these available. All right, I'll link everybody that I'm using, any of their templates and everything else. So this again is to build 3,050. All right, my month ahead. The next one is the emergency fund, and that one is sweet and quick and straight to the point. This beautiful binder is from Do It All Diva. She is a content creator on YouTube. She has an Etsy shop. She also sells every budgeting essential thing you can think of to help you on your budgeting journey. So check her out. I'll link her information in Etsy and her YouTube information in the description. For her actual challenge here, I have these clear envelopes, which she has in her shop. You can pick color or solid, plain clear ones. All right, with this one here, I'll be able to save 1,378. And I already fully funded January, February, March, April, May, and June. June, I've already fully funded. So we're going to work on actually doing July and a little bit in the other envelopes as well. So what I'm going to do is, and I've used her challenge last year because I loved it, and so I have to bring it back. I had my Sharpie here, but you know, with these kids, so I'm going to use this in that place. And so we're going to do weeks 27 to 30. So that's going to be $27, $28, $29, and $30. That'll be a total of $114. And as you know, from the $318, we already took out $100 to do my month ahead. And now we're doing the emergency fund, which leaves us with $218. So with $218, I'm going to now minus $114, which is this amount here. And that leaves me with $100. Okay. We had, yes, 318, 218, excuse me, because we already took out the 100, and now we're taking out 114. That leaves me with 104. Yes, that's what we should have. So now we're going to go ahead and cash stuff 114. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 100, grab a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and fully fund July. Again, let me know how much you want to save for your emergency fund and how much for your month ahead. So So I'm going to grab this cute dashboard, which is in my shop, fully funded, and it's going to go right in front of July that it's been fully funded for the emergency fund. So I have 104 available. So now I know that I'm going to cash stuff. I already have 32 already fully funded that week in a previous video. And so I'm going to go here and do as much as I can. Just by looking at this, I'm going to minus 31, which leaves us 73. So I'm going to take a 20, a 10, and a 1, which equals the 31, and slip this in here. I'm now going to take care of 33. So that's a 10 along with the 20. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3. All right, and that takes care of the 33. And this one is done. And that is as far as we can go. I'm now left with $40, and $40 will go to the following. Looking through here and seeing what has 40, and it's right here for the month of October. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the 40 right here and put the remainder, $40, which is $20.20, and we will get started with the October week 40, since that's what we actually have left, and that's the only place the money can go. And so we have cashed up the 218 in my emergency fund. So there you have it, kings and queens. I hope you enjoyed me cash stuffing my month ahead along with my emergency fund, building those two to reaching my end of year goal. Again, let me know how much you're saving for month ahead and your emergency fund. And these funds came from doing minis, tinies, large challenges from the month previous. And this is me reallocating the money to the key long-term goals. With that being said, my name is Budgets with Elma, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.